Hey everybody, welcome to Mugen Battle 1346, and here we got a very intense 1v1 fight. We got Blossom going up against Jamm, and this battle will take place on a random stage. Hope you guys enjoy. Ooh, this is going to be a good one. And Jamm taunting Blossom, probably not a smart thing to do, considering Jamm got her ass handed to her by Buttercup a while ago. Let's see how Jamm does against Blossom. Let's see, Blossom fires off a Freeze Blast, tries to go in for a roundhouse Ice Puddle, tripping up Jamm. Yeah, I think Blossom's going to be a great counter to Jamm because she can't defend against an Ice Puddle as Blossom gets psychic to an aerial uppercut, hit a hand beam from afar, and oh, a big cannonball slam to Blossom, knocking her down. Ice Puddle, trip up on Jamm, Ice Clone. Now Blossom tries to do a giant multi-hit boomerang blow. Jamm shields up, blocks the hand beam, lobs a fireball at Blossom. And Blossom fires out a giant ice ball. Jamm nearly gets caught by it. And Jamm has trouble approaching due to Blossom's ice puddle, but continues to block the slide kick spam from Blossom, still taking some damage. Then a hand beam as Blossom sets up an ice clone. Giant multi-hit boomerang blow. Jamm blocks that. Then a high beam, more freeze. And Jamm tries to approach with another cannonball slam on Blossom, successfully nails it. Then a giant ice ball slide kick aerial uppercut on Jamm. And Jamm getting volley here. Now Blossom goes in for a super fist. Uh-oh. And then Jamm gets knocked out of her special by that ice puddle. Then a eye beam, then an Arctic blade, then another freeze, and then a hand beam grounding Jamm.
Blossom wins.
And Blossom with a nice hard-fought victory there over Jamm. Let's see if she can do it one more time. Let's see, Blossom tries for another freeze. Jamm blocking again. Blossom with a slide kick, misses the aerial uppercut, though. Sets up a giant ice ball. And now Jamm pounces on Blossom, starts biting her. And Blossom gets knocked down hard from that. And then a freeze shot, and now Blossom goes for a giant eye beam on Jamm. And opening her defenses with that freeze, and then an Arctic blade, and then an ice clone. Jamm trying to block the hand beam from Blossom. Then a sweep kick. Jamm trips up in the ice puddle, but Jamm quickly recovers. Blossom sets up another ice puddle, and an ice clone, then a hand beam, then a giant multi-hit boomerang blow, catching Jamm right out of the air to a hand beam as she lands. And then Blossom gets cut off from her slide kick with that little claw stroke from Jamm there. Jamm continues to try and block, fires off with the fireball, and Jamm trying to do some long distance fighting with those fireballs. And then a giant multi-hit boomerang blow knocking Jamm down, then an aerial hand beam, then a giant ice ball. And Blossom keeping Jamm on the defensive there. Jamm having a hard time approaching. Gets a claw stroke off on Blossom. And then Blossom tries to go for a slide kick. Jamm blocks that. And now another giant eye beam, chipping away at Jamm's health bar a little bit. Arctic blade again. And Jamm tries to approach again. Starts biting Blossom. And Jamm manages to hand and defeat the Blossom, barely. Man, this is coming down to round 3, folks. This is going to be close. Let's see if Blossom can put Jamm away. Free shot, but Jamm blocks that. Another freeze. And a hand beam knocking Jamm down. Yeah, Jamm's blocking tactics aren't going to work too great here. And then Blossom gets knocked down by a fireball from Jamm. Jamm forced to resort to those fireballs because Blossom's keeping her away successfully. Then a big eye beam, but Jamm manages to block close to that. And then Blossom lands a big ground combo on Jamm as she tries to approach. Then an ice puddle to a hand beam. Blossom keeping Jamm on the offensive here, forcing her off the defensive. Slide kick the aerial uppercut on Jamm. And Blossom punishing her quite nicely. And Blossom turns around, lands a super fist after Jamm gets caught by the ice clone. Big uppercut. And Blossom just dominating Jamm in this fight. Ice puddle. Then a giant ice ball, a nice sweep kick. And then, uh-oh, looks like Jamm going for that special. Blossom cuts her off with that freeze attack, that slide kick aerial uppercut again. And let's see that another ice puddle to an aerial hand beam. And then Blossom tries to get in that roundhouse. Takes off the last of Jamm's energy. Wow. Blossom came back big time in the last round. Summon Cyber, nope. Summon Cyber, nope. I think she wanted the Cyber Demon twice, but now she's changing her mind. Blossom is fickle that way. She just wants to kill opponent. That makes sense. And Jamm runs off the stage, kaboom, dies. Blossom is very obsessed with her Doom game, let me tell you. And there you have it, folks. Jamm is defeated by another Powerpuff. Hooray! I think we might have to have a Bubbles vs. Jamm battle later down the road. It seems Jamm actually takes all the Powerpuffs to the limit. You just got pwned by a little girl, sucker. Alrighty, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed the fight. Stay tuned for Mugen Battle 1347 coming soon. Later, all.